mentioned about the Cambridge system curricula being used in Kenya. Yeah.
Yes.
How many schools roughly use the Cambridge system?
In Kenya, I'll say that registered schools are slightly over 70, but for resource utilization, schools that are not really registered in Cambridge curriculum are also using the resources.
All
So
right.
I'll say that the Cambridge books are used in and with registered and unregistered schools, and I'll put that number of about 100 schools
Okay.
using Cambridge resources in Kenya only.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a lot of regional representation.
Yes, with a lot of regional representation because I cover Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Ethiopia.
Okay.
That is where we are mainly in within the East African market.
Okay.
Yes.
There is a perception that the Cambridge system is a system that enables the child to go to school, and the fees is so high, and the exposure is also very high. What's your take on that?
Yes, as you say, the fees is high, the exposure is high. It's just a matter of quality. You see, the Cambridge curriculum is a quality curriculum that gives a lot of exposure to the learners, and even the teaching, the way the delivery of the curriculum is also slightly different, and the recognition too. It's a curriculum that is recognized globally.
Okay.
So in terms of resources, we use the same resource here in the Europe, in America, everything. That is why it may be having that recognition and the quality and all that. So we have maintained the standards throughout the Cambridge system. And say a learner leaving Kenya to go and do the same curriculum in Europe, they'll use the same resources that they were using here in Kenya. We try to make it standardize even the teaching and the understanding of the resources by the teachers. That's why we have professional development. These are teacher trainings that are geared towards making the teacher understand how to deliver the curriculum the Cambridge way.
Okay.
So we standardize that so that no one feels left out or different when leaving this region, going to another region. The resources are the same. The standardization also in pricing of the resources is the same. It's only that we may have slight discounts on the East African region compared to other regions.
Okay.
Maybe the discount I'm talking about, we may have higher discount for the Kenyan market and lower discount in the European market. But the
Okay.
resources are the same.
All right.
So that is why there's that perception that it's an expensive curriculum, though it's not. Depends on where the learner is taking their.
Okay. And after they have finished the A levels and now they go to college or to university, are they able to integrate especially into the Kenyan system that has gone through majorly 844?
Yes, they are able to integrate with the 844 kind of system at higher level
Okay.
because the content taught and the admission criteria is the same for the 844 and the Cambridge learners. We have the mapping on qualification so that, say, if a Kenyan curriculum learner is getting a B in a particular subject that qualifies them for a particular course,
Yeah.
maybe the Cambridge curriculum learner may also be getting that B or an C or an A, but the mapping is done so that it's not disadvantage for a Kenyan curriculum or a Cambridge curriculum student. It's the same qualification. It's equated. The Kenyan curriculum and the international curriculum are equated
Okay.
for that, yes.
Okay. Now, as a person, you have so much authority on the international curriculum. Did you go through it as a young person?
Not. As a young person, when I was schooling in my lower pre-university, I didn't go through the Cambridge curriculum. I went through the Kenyan curriculum, the 844 curriculum.
All right.
Okay, yes.
Then how did you become such an authority figure on this? Tell us your story.
Oh, thank you so much. It's an exciting story here that in my university courses, I did not do anything in publishing or anything. I did double physics
Okay.
for that. But now, after university, one will get employment, whatever comes their way. So I got into publishing, and then I was employed by then Longhorn Publishers, where I worked for about 10 years before I got into Cambridge University
Okay.
Press. Then it was just an independent body in publishing. So I've worked with Cambridge. This is my 10th year. I'll say it's a great experience
Yeah.
in a way that here you are looking at resources in all subjects. You are able to interact and relate very well with a teacher of geography, where you may not be you have an authority, you have no authority in, and also you are also interacting with a teacher in physics, where you have some little understanding in. So when you are moving around with the books and talking to different teachers, you also get to understand what is happening in different subjects, and so it's an exciting in a way that at the end of it you find yourself like an all-round kind of person,
Yeah.
understanding bit and bit in all capacities, all subjects.
Yeah.
That is it. Apart from getting that from the teachers also, if I have a book, say, I need to understand it fully before I can come and talk to you about that particular resource. So, very nice for me in my understanding knowledge. When it comes to, say, relationships, I've made very many friends in the publishing industry, both publishing industry as the providers of the books, and also in schools as the consumers of the resources that we produce. So I wouldn't say it's a bad experience having joined Cambridge or publishing, because I've gained a lot in it. It's an exciting,
All right.
apart from the other one, which is not really related to publishing, the
Oh, yeah.
traveling.
The
I
travel.
travel quite a bit, courtesy of meeting my customers.
With that experience, the traveling, the connections you've made, the education systems within countries, the integration of it, when are you going to put it down for us to read?
So say that again, sorry.
When are you going to put it down for us to read?
To put it down.
Yes, your story.
Wow.
Have you ever thought about being an author?
Yes, I've thought of being an author, and maybe the authorship skills are the skills that I need to acquire. If
Yeah.
not, if I can narrate my story and someone writes about it, I'll be happy to read.
Yes.
But I say publishing has made my life and all the experiences in small ways. Whenever we are meeting as sales representatives, then we have memories that we share and laugh about and all that. Surprisingly, we've come up with a community that still remembers 20 years events, experiences and all that, when we'll run to different meetings and call competitor, like there's a meeting tomorrow at this particular education office, may you come and all that. After work, when you meet in the evening and reflect on how the day was and all that. In the not only book fairs, in other conferences, Kenya National Heads Association, Primary Heads Association, being there, and well, then I'll say it's an experience. If put down, not only from me, maybe collected from different people, different publishers,
Yeah.
a book would be such a nice experience. To go
Yes,
through.
it would. Already it's an interesting story verbally. I'm sure when you write it down and target to write it down for the reader to read, it will be such an awesome story.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's a challenge. I need to think about it. And
Yeah.
yes, true.
Okay, now on the book fairs, you have traveled widely. Have you been to any other book fair apart from Nairobi?
Yes, I've been to a few book fairs too, regional,
Okay.
and I'll say Nairobi International Book Fair has evolved, and it's one of the best book fairs that I've attended. The evolution, I started attending the Nairobi International Book Fairs, I think when it was in their maybe 15th, 14th edition.
All right.
This year is 25th edition, and
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
A
What
lot of-
growth have you seen, and what do you anticipate in the future? What do you expect to see?
What I've seen a change is, one is the number of exhibitors. Then there are not as many as there are today.
Okay.
Two, the kind of the length the exhibitors get into to showcase what they have and all that. Then we never used to have any television screens in the booth. Here we have no stand has no television set. Before, television sets will only come with laptops and try to show what we have in digitally. I'll say this has been necessitated because the kind of products that are coming in now are also digital in nature. And if it's in digital in nature, you cannot have a digital resource that you'll market in a print form. So you need to have technology that will enable you showcase your product digitally because it's there to be used digitally.
Yeah.
So that is another evolution. Then it was just print, standalone print resources. Now we are having digital resources that are embedded into print resources, and we also have standalone print resources that we are showcasing in the current book fair, which was not there before. Yes. The number of people coming to the book fair, I mean, the exhibitors the number of exhibitors has increased, but also the people coming to see what there is in the book fair is also rising.
Yeah.
We have so many walk-in clients that are moving in and understanding what is happening differently. Coming to Cambridge, I'll say we are happy to be in this exhibition because we may be the only international publishing firm with a curriculum that is exhibiting here.
Okay.
Then it was just local publishing, and many other publishers will come just to do that for the local curriculum sake.
Yeah.
But now we are here giving the international curriculum and also the international publishing firm supporting the international curriculum that we're giving.
What can you tell a parent who's aspiring to take their children to the international curricula offered by Cambridge? How can they get in touch with you as well?
Yes. A parent aspiring to take their children to international curriculum, I'll tell such a parent that, well, it's not an expensive curriculum, so expensive not to afford, but it's a relatively high-cost curriculum. Yes, I agree, but the benefits from it are quite enormous too. One, it's a globally recognized curriculum. Two, it's a curriculum that a learner or that particular child will continue in the event that the parent, say, is transferred from Kenya to Uganda to Tanzania to America to that continuity.
Yeah.
There's no stop in the following of the curriculum. That is the other advantage. And lastly is we have all the support to such a learner and to such a parent. They shouldn't fear that my learner will lack the resources to use or the support from Cambridge for them. We support learners, we support parents, we also support schools and teachers in the delivery of the Cambridge curriculum. So I'll encourage any parent who will get into the Cambridge curriculum, they are there. About the cost, it's only maybe the school that they could choose that will be a cost-effective school, a cost-friendly school to their pocket, and the support is there. Reaching me, if you go to the Cambridge website, you can always get to search the rep for particular area. It's a very friendly website where you input in the country where you want to find the person to support you. Click search and you'll get that person that will support you. So if you are in Kenya, click Kenya, then search, and my name will pop in there with my contacts. Then you can always reach out to me. My telephone number and email address.
All right. It's been a pleasure to have you and to give us more information about the Cambridge curricula and how it is in Kenya and also within the region.
Great.
What parting shot do you have for the organizers of Nairobi International Book Fair?
Parting shot will be kudos to what they are doing. We are happy about them gathering us, all publishers together. It's an annual event that brings us all together. The only thing that I would wish them to consider maybe in the future is to look at the noise level. I would love to have the book fair condition being like a library condition. The noise level should be regulated so that it's like a good, conducive reading environment.
All right.
My parting shot.
Thank you so much. Thank you for gracing this podcast as well, Andrew.
Thank you,
and we really
Virginia.
appreciate your insights.
Pleasure. Nice meeting you, and
Yeah.
thank you for having me for this.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers. Andrew Ndeda, Cambridge University Press. Thank you so much for listening. All the best, and we really appreciate your being here.
Thank you, Virginia.
We appreciate
All
it.
the
Thank you
best
so
to
much.